everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to WWE's Crown Jewel 2024 review. So, we're going to get to this 6-man tag, which is Bloodline versus Bloodline 2.0. Let's get to this. So, bit of a weird thing to start off with the 6-man tag. It was Bloodline versus Bloodline 2.0. Very weird, but it was an interesting matchup. It was well done. Bloodline 2.0 gets the win. There was a bit of a moment where it was supposed to be 1-2, but then either Jay was a bit too late or Roman was supposed to kick out. But bar that, it was fun. Like, it's a fun matchup. Sami Zayn comes out to basically align himself with the OG Bloodline. They are Roman's about to Superman punch Solo. Sami Zayn's about to Helluva Kick, but hits Roman with the Helluva Kick, and basically they just start arguing naturally. So yeah, bit of a weird one to kick things off. Also, yes, we do know, I do know that Indy Hartwell, Tegan Knox, and Baron Corbin have all been released from the company. It sucks. It's one of them things. You know, good luck in all their future endeavors. They will bounce back. So we will get to our next matchup. So we just had the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. This was entertaining. Like, all 4 women really did, all 8 women, sorry, not all 4, Jesus Christ, all 4 teams. This was fun. It was a good matchup. It was really fun. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill get the win, so they are retentions of the tag team titles, which is always a good fun. So yeah, it was a fun matchup. It was really good. So now we've got Seth versus Bronson Reed. There we go. I had to think them for a second. I was like, is it Bronson Reed? Yeah, it's Bronson Reed. Big Bronson Reed taking on Seth Rollins. Let's get to this one. So we just had Seth taking on Bronson Reed. This was a good matchup. It's Bronson Reed versus Seth. So again, Seth can have a match with anybody and it'd be good. This was entertaining. It was really good. Seth winning though, I'm against it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Seth should have won the match. I think it should have been Bronson. But if this feud is moving forward for Survivor Series, then you know what? It's gonna be a good thing. So yeah, you know what? 3 matches down, and yeah, it's not been a bad show so far. So let's carry on with our next matchup, which I think will be for the US belt. So let's do it. Okay, so we actually had the Women's Crown Jewel Championship matchup next. Very sorry about that. Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. There we go. Fucking hell, Peter. Just watch the match. It was okay. It was a good matchup. I feel like it should have been Rhea versus Nia, but it's one of them. Tiffany Stratton gets involved. Raquel Gonzalez gets involved, but Rhea wins the match, surprisingly. Very surprised by that. Would have thought it'd be Nia Jax winning the match, but no, it wasn't. It was Rhea. It was Liv. Now we've got Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton coming up, and Kevin just used a chair on Orton. Yeah, bastard. This isn't a no DQ match, but I don't think the bell's run. So let's get to Orton versus Owens. So we just had Kevin Owens versus, well, we didn't even have Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. It just devolved into a brawl, pretty much. Yeah, not really a fan of it, to be honest. I mean, it furthers the feud, but why couldn't this be blown off on Raw, you know, be done on SmackDown, and they get banned from Saudi Arabia? Why make the match at Saudi just to build to a match at Survivor Series or something like that? Makes no sense. Pierce taking an RKO is kind of interesting. I think they'd maybe doing Aldous versus Pierce at Survivor Series, maybe a 5-on-5 or something like that. Does look interesting, I will say that. But yeah, this wasn't needed to be. This didn't need to be here. It really didn't. It just didn't need to be here. It was weird. It's stupid. You've sold them on false hope. You did give them a brawl. Granted, you did let them have a bit of a fight, but it should have been a match, and it wasn't a match. And it's kind of like, well, fuck you. You know, it did kind of look like a, well, fuck you moment. So we've got the triple threat match. I think it's LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade next, and then it's going to be the Men's Crown Jewel Championship match. So let's get to our next matchup. So we just had a triple threat match. Carmelo Hayes taking on Andrade, taking on LA Knight. Yeah. this was fun. This was entertaining. It was a really great match. A beautiful double DFT from LA Knight onto both men for the win, pinning Carmelo Hayes. This was a fun matchup. It was entertaining. I liked it. I really did. A shame it was in fucking Saudi Arabia, but it's a good match. I'm not gonna lie. I can't dispute that. What do I think of this overall? Show's alright. Like, the show is just a bigger house show, I'll be honest with you, but it's a fun show. It's entertaining. It's killing a couple of hours whilst I'm just, showing out here, watching stuff. So yeah, it's an alright show. It's just, again, it's a shame it's in fucking Saudi. It's just one of them. So I tried to get these done as fast as possible, so then we're not focusing too much on them, which is why the Saudi shows are very, very quick. But we'll get to our main event, which is Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the male Saudi Arabian World title, whatever the fuck, Crown Jewel Championship. So let's get to this. So we have just had Gunther versus Cody Rhodes, and I'll be honest, Gunther Cody Rhodes was a good show. It was a good matchup. It was really fun. Cody wins after hitting and then rolling in out of the attempted submission into the 1-2-3. So your men's Crown Jewel champion is Cody Rhodes. I like the idea of this. I think it's really cool that they have the belts in Saudi Arabia and the winners get a win and stuff like that. I do like the idea. It's a weird one, but we'll just have to see where it goes with this one. Like, give it a few years and we'll see if it's worth it in a few years' time. But, Crown Jewel, this was a fun show. It was entertaining. It killed like 2 hours of my time. So if you really want to have like 2 hours to kill, there's nothing wrong with watching it. So I'll be honest with you, it was an okay show. It wasn't the best that WWE have put on from a Crown Jewel, but it wasn't the worst. So with that being said, thank you very much for joining me for watching WWE's Crown Jewel 2024. I will see you on Wednesday for another pay-per-view. I don't know which one just yet, but we will see for the Classic Wrestling Series. So, TTFN, ta-ta, for now.